Hello everyone and welcome back to Trigger Happy Havoc. It's been a little bit since I last recorded the last episode, so it's going to take me a moment to remember what happened. A lot happened because we were doing the trial. Yeah, I was trying to finish the game all in one sitting, but it just kept going on and on, so I couldn't. But anyways, last time, well, I know that we found out who the mastermind actually was, and it was Junko. And it was, I'm trying to remember. It's so confusing. I don't remember her name. Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. She is Junko's sister, her twin sister. So they, I think they're twins. I may be wrong. They're definitely sisters. But she dressed up like Junko and then got killed. So that's how that worked out. So that's why Junko is the mastermind and never actually died. I don't remember exactly what happened last time. Like what something else came out. They were talking about the thing that happened. Oh, they revealed that the world is dead, basically. Yeah. That's what the worst thing in human history thing that they've been talking about. Yeah. But basically the world is dead. Junko showed us clips of what's going on in the world. So yeah, I don't remember exactly like what. I feel like they revealed something else right before I ended last episode, but I don't remember exactly what it was. So, yeah, you'll just have to, like, if you didn't see last episode, you'll just have to try and figure it out with me, because I'm gonna try and figure it out. It's been several weeks. It's been like a month since I last did it. I'm sorry. I haven't even uploaded these videos yet, but yeah. Anyways, let's get into the game. Let's move on. Uh-oh. Make your argument for what? I don't know. I'm gonna fail.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years?
Oh, they just released. Okay, this was.
Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed,
How
freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
Headmaster's handbook. I don't want to believe it, but I know there's evidence that reveals the time as students we lost. The group photo.
2 years worth of memories.
I think that's the only thing.
I could never lose something
Locker
like that.
pocketbook.
We've been living here for 2 years?
Locker notebook.
Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything!
Locker notebook.
Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just
Dang it.
surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old?
Everyone's so
Okay.
conflicted.
I don't remember how to play. Damn it. I think that's.
This is all just
Plus, if how freaking old am?
Everyone's so conflicted. 2 years worth of memories.
Isn't there a way to concentration? No. Fast forward, weak spots. Loading truth bullets, quick select. If you target it. No. White noise. Okay. I'm gonna try that.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I did it.
Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at.
Okay. I have to click.
This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's Is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
She's so strange.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where our memories come apart. Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time, and that was at the entrance ceremony. Right? Oh. Not when he got his acceptance letter. Definitely not. When I fainted.
I got it!
Yeah, okay.
The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter. I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The one who turned Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolated us here. I think it was the headmaster.
I got it!
Yeah.
could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us
Yeah.
from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise, to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way,
Jeez.
it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your
Damn.
little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You only let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Jeez.
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the Mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world, that was... What? I have no idea. I'm so confused. I don't get it. Hijack? No. I don't know. Hijack?
Now I understand.
I don't get it.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves,
Okay.
aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Wow.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Damn.
You expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us?
Wow.
To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be
true.
full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth hurts sometimes. Truth, full of despair. That's
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless?
yeah.
Then we've been murdering each other? For nothing?
And think about it.
Wow.
You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Wow. Okay.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you.
Okay.
For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder, plain and simple. You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here because I've been recording for about 30 minutes and I feel like it's gonna go for longer and it feels like an okay place for me to stop. So, I'm gonna keep recording, but I'm going to end the episode here. Okay. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, please go and check out some other Let's Plays that I've done down in the description below. I've done a lot of other games that you can go and check out, and I plan on doing a lot more in the future, so please subscribe if you have not already. I am also on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I've been streaming on Twitch for over 2 years now, and yeah, I play all sorts of games just like I do on YouTube, and I've been posting them on YouTube as well, my streams. So if you want to go and check out my Twitch channel and watch me live so you can actually chat with me while I'm playing games like these, then you should definitely go and follow me on Twitch. I am a lot more active there than I am on YouTube, unfortunately, but if I'm not uploading to YouTube, I probably am still streaming. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. You'll see me next time with another video. Bye.